Are you struggling to get the virtual queues here at Disney World? Well, I've got some good news. I have one tip, one single tip that can almost guarantee that you get a virtual queue every single time without fail. So I'm gonna go ahead and share that tip with you right now. Now, before I give you our single tip, I ask one thing from you. Since I'm going to give you one thing, the one thing I'm asking in return is to just thumbs up the video. That's it. A simple thumbs up for a simple tip / trick for you guys. So please go ahead, thumbs up the video. But as you can see right now, we are here at TRON Light Cycle Run. I need to let you know as well that TRON Virtual Queue is not like Guardians. This is more like Rise of the Resistance for their strictness. If you have a virtual queue, you get your 1 hour time frame and literally almost not a second more. You need to show up inside of your time frame. Guardians, you could show up an hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours later, they will still let you on the ride. For TRON, if you are not within your time frame, you will not be getting on the ride. So make sure if you guys do get a virtual queue that you guys do not mess around. You need to get to your virtual queue boarding group immediately and do not hesitate because you will miss it and you will not ride and they will not accommodate you. There's also unique and original food here and drinks over at TRON for the event that's going on here, which is kind of the soft opening. And these will be here during normal hours, but you do have a few items. We will try something here in just a minute, but we do need to get on our ride first. Now that we have finished up with TRON, we have the strawberry isoform ice cream mochi with caramelized graham cracker crumbs and a cheesecake foam. And then we have the watermelon refresher, which includes the yuzu citrus, ginger, and popping candy. All right, now while we go ahead and try out the food here, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the one tip / trick to guarantee or almost guarantee that you can get a virtual queue at any of the rides here at Disney World. So, first and foremost, let's cheers. While I spill on myself, that's very refreshing actually. Watermelon flavor, on par. Wow, that's really good. So, when you are doing the virtual queues, here's the biggest tip. You need either a computer and a phone or 2 phones, however you do it, but use your phone as your virtual queue option, like how you're actually going to select it, and then you need one extra source or device. So what you need to do is you need to go inside of the app, and at 6:50, go ahead and load your virtual queue. Get your party selected, and then go ahead and start to refresh the page. There's gonna be a little blue icon at the bottom. You'll just start clicking refresh, or again, pulling down the page. I recommend doing a little bit of both, and it kind of lets your phone know that this is the page you want to stay on. Now, while that's going on, again, that's about 6:50. Around 6:55, log into either another phone or get on your laptop or a desktop, whatever, and then you're gonna go and find a world clock website. Disney operates on the world clock timer, which means everything is down to the literal second. So, at 6:58, you're gonna start paying attention and watching the world clock go down. 6:59 a.m. rolls around, and that's when you're in crunch time. You're going to watch that little second hand like a hawk on one of these world clock timers. When it gets to about the 45-second mark, that's when you need to be ready. You're gonna watch that little hand ticking down, and once that world clock timer is at 6:59, your finger needs to be ready to go. The 7 o'clock mark, again, from the world clock timer, the second you see that second hit that 7 o'clock mark, or it's going to be 12, you're going to go ahead and click refresh, and then immediately click where that refresh icon is, because that's the confirmation. So you just keep spamming in that same spot, and you're almost guaranteed to get a virtual queue reservation. I'll go ahead and show you ours from this morning. It was at 7 o'clock on the dot. We got group 67, I believe, or 69. Either way, it's right here on the screen. And that was literally doing it right away. We have not missed a virtual queue reservation one time by doing this. So you need to follow the world clock because you need to pay attention the exact second that that virtual queue goes live. and that's going to be at 7 o'clock on the dot. You can't rely on your phone to switch the time. You can't rely on any other outside source, only a world clock. With that, you will 100%, well, 99% guarantee yourself a virtual queue reservation. Now, I'm not going to say if your fingers are slow and you're taking a while, it might not work. But if you do everything correctly, you will guarantee yourself a nice virtual queue spot. And again, you need to be there on time, especially for something like TRON. Oh my gosh. That is good. Wow. That is a good dessert. You don't get a lot in there. I wish they gave you 2 mochis, but that is yummy. It tastes just like, if you've ever had the like strawberry eclairs, or like, what's that one dessert? It's like a strawberry cheesecake eclair or whatever they are. They're on a stick. Yeah, I went. It tastes just like that. Wow. I like that a lot. I like this booth over here at TRON. They have some really good stuff, actually. 100% would get this again. I do want to try their like more savory dishes, like their beef and like dumpling dishes that they have over there. But for sweet treats, these are a hit. Well, hopefully that tip does a good bit for you there. We're going to start heading towards the front of the park. But again, I will just reiterate to you what I just said in simplest terms. So again, step 1, have a phone with the virtual queue and party selected. Step 2, have a second device, whatever that device might be, with the world clock on it and open. And number 3, get ready at 6:59 a.m. basically to go ahead and click that reservation button. You can also do this for the 1 p.m. option as well. So the only difference is you're going to be doing everything at 12:55 up till 1 o'clock p.m. But this is again for virtual queue in the morning. Works the exact same way. And again, the biggest thing is you are watching that second hand, and the second that that thing is like right before hitting the time that you are doing, either 7 a.m. or 1 p.m., you are getting ready, and then you are clicking refresh the second that it hits, that second hand hits the 12, and you are refreshing, immediately just hitting that same icon, because that's going to turn into the like grab the reservation option, and it's going to turn into that, and you just keep confirming, you click the same button. So people are looking for other options when they do confirm the reservation. They're thinking there's a different button somewhere else on the screen. It's all that same button. The refresh button is that confirmation button. And you are just going and clicking and clicking and clicking fast, 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 and it'll spit you out that reservation right on time. So again, we got a, it was listed at a 4:26 p.m. return. It was called a little bit earlier, but there you go. And every single time you should be able to nail that virtual queue reservation. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today at the Magic Kingdom as we went ahead and gave you our big tip, our big secret to getting the virtual queue. Again, every single time that we have done this method, it has worked. We have tried getting virtual queues just 7 o'clock on the dot without using it, and we've missed it a few times. This is a proven method that we have a 100% success rate with right now. So I would just like to say, if you guys do it, expect to get it, but be a little weary. If you guys don't do it correctly, there is still a chance that you miss it. But if you do everything that I told you to, you should almost guarantee yourself to get that virtual queue, and you'll get a decent boarding group. Now, with that being said, if you guys want to see a unique video where we let Taylor Swift determine our itinerary over at Universal Orlando, go ahead and click on the next video. But that's going to do it for today. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.